Hello. Hello. So, I don't know how long this stream will be, but I need art ideas. And I'm very uninspired. This is a painting I made here, and it's actually, I'm finishing it, and I want to think of a new art idea after it. Like, I also want to do the finishing touches. And yesterday I saw the movie Return to Silent Hill, and it was extremely bad. And yeah, I am trying to be calm, and I want to focus on the good things because I want to be inspired, and I want to be grateful and be in a good mood. Okay, so my goal right now is to, I'm gonna straighten this painting. I never seen anything Silent Hill, so it's okay. I don't recommend the movie to anyone, especially people who don't know. I watched it with two friends who didn't know about Silent Hill, and I felt really embarrassed because the game story is so amazing, and the movie did it really badly. Like, it was, they made it very not mysterious. Like, Silent Hill is all about, like, one of the most important things about Silent Hill is the mystery. And that's also one of the things that inspires me the most. I really like mysterious and strange art. Yeah, movies based. A lot of them aren't good, but there are some cases where it's good, because the first Silent Hill movie was good, and it's from 2006. Which one did you like? Of my iPad is really, I think its memory is just bad right now, because I have way too many files. That I don't like deleting my old files, because I like to look back and reuse parts, or like get inspired by things. But I think I have to delete some things to make it run a bit smoother without, like, it closes itself. You have seen Silent Hill PlayStation 2 cover, that's all I have seen. PlayStation 2 covers. There was a movie, a show, 12-episode anime that was based on a game called Angels of Death, and it was really good, I think, the anime. For me, what made me wanna check out Silent Hill was the music. Not the way, not its appearance, but the soundtrack. And also, I read that it's one of the best horror games in the world on, like, Google. I googled what's the best horror games. What are the best horror games in the world? And Silent Hill 2 was like at the top of the list. So that's why I decided to check it out. And I really liked the story. It was very like mysterious and interesting. And like well done. But the movie was horrible. And depressingly bad. But it's okay. Like, I wasn't expecting a good movie. I was not expecting a good movie, but I was not expecting a movie that was like, I was expecting to not like it, but I was not expecting it to be so bad that it's actually crazy. It was actually almost funny. Almost funny how bad it was almost funny. I wish I could find a new movie or a game that I like, but my taste is very weird. Sometimes it happens with movies. Do you know like a movie based on a game that was good? You said you knew one. That you think was good. I really wish the program would stop closing itself. Someone told me that before the One Piece. Oh, you haven't seen it. Maybe One Piece is good, but on the surface, it looks really stupid. So I don't know if, like, I don't know if I like it. I had a friend who really loved One Piece, and he showed me a lot of episodes. Like, he showed me parts that he liked, and this friend was a person who unfortunately we didn't stay friends, and now every time I just think about a person that I was my friend but now isn't when I hear One Piece. But it's fine, like it's not a big deal. Do you like the anime? I hear that it has a lot of creativity and craziness, which is a good thing. It just seems to be a lot about comedy. Like, it's more like funny than like serious. That's not a bad thing. You don't watch anime. You like the ones that were on when you were a kid. Which ones? YuGiOh Megabots? What it? Medabots. Dragon Ball. I really like it's cheesy, but I love Naruto and Death Note and Yu-Gi-Oh, of course. Those are very mainstream. I read that Pokemon is the highest, like, the one that makes the most money. Pokemon. But I don't love Pokemon. I don't hate it, but I'm not crazy about it. It's not bad. Okay, let me. I'm gonna make the painting a bit darker. They were called. Well, they are cartoons. They're Japanese cartoons, animations. but that doesn't mean that they're for children only. Like, you can like cartoons as an adult too, and cartoons are really difficult to produce, and sometimes and often they can be much better than a lot of movies, but it depends like this on the story and everything. Okay, and now I'm gonna add a name. Okay, I haven't added it here. Wait, so I deleted a painting. That's fine. I hate I hate to add my own name to my art because I feel like if when someone sees that I've written my name, it's like embarrassing because they think, because then maybe it's ugly, like it's not supposed to be part of the painting, but or they think, that I think that the painting is so amazing that, or like I don't know, I don't like writing my name, but I do it because I mean they can always cut it off, but I still add it because most people are too lazy or they don't see the name because it's so like you can barely read it. They don't even know that there's a name. Whatever. I don't want to think about names right now. Okay, this is one version of the painting. There is a second version. I'm downloading this version. And I don't think it's saved. I want to delete something. My aunt, for some reason, really likes this painting, and I think it's a fake. I don't like it. The one that appeared just now, but my iPad keeps shutting off by itself. And I'm looking for stuff to delete. So that it's like, so that the memory is better. I don't know how much I have to delete to make it work. Okay, I deleted I think maybe that's enough. Okay. Now insert file. This is the other version. This is a version that has like 2 more towers on the painting. This floating tower idea was something that I thought of during the last stream, and I think it was a good I like it, but now I gotta think of a new idea for another painting, and I don't know what exactly. I have like vague ideas. I really want to do something like a realistic background with a monster being seen from a flashlight. Like someone is seeing a monster from a flashlight. Like being illuminated by a flashlight. And it's like a city, like a street in the night. And there's the monster is a strange creature is being seen. And it feels like it's a real, like it's real. I wanna paint something shocking, monstrous. But also pretty, like with a background and everything. Surreal. A surreal creature. Is this too dark? Gaussian blur. Okay. This music is from the game Fear, which is inspired by Silent Hill, but it's separate and it's a really good game with amazing music. And the creator of the game likes my paintings. And he also made the music. His name is Andreas. And he's from Sweden. The music may sound a bit weird because I'm not using headphones, so it's kind of being mirrored from. Maybe I should turn on the desktop audio. Yeah, I don't know how I could do it. Maybe I should turn on the desktop audio so you only hear it from here. Okay. These are the two versions of the new painting. I don't know how I'm gonna call it, or like the painting looks like this in real life, but I mean I like both versions. I think I like this one more, but I can't, I don't want to like remove the third tower. This was the sketch that I drew on the previous stream, which made me think of this idea. And to get this idea I just did a scribble. I did a scribble, and then while I was scribbling, the idea came to me. So I want to try doing that again, so I can get a new idea. I have to... I want to look at, like, I have these photos of streets in the night, and I want to use them. Oh, maybe I could send them to myself and put them here and draw stuff on the photo to see what would look good. I'm gonna put the pictures here, and I will paint the background in the real painting, but I'm gonna take the pictures here and paint, like, draw stuff on the photos. I'm adding them so I can email them to myself. I often wish I had someone who was helping me with, like, that I could collaborate with someone. So sometimes it helps to talk because my motivation is low. I'm trying to send an email to myself right now, but I was getting distracted by something weird. Okay, these are two photos that I have. They're real. Why is this? Where's the second photo? I think this is the second photo. Okay. So insert a file, insert a photo. Why do I have only two? Whatever. This is one street. Okay, this is one street, and insert a photo. I want to look at the other street because I don't know which one I like more. I think this one is better. This one looks better. I do like the blackness of the sky in the other one, but this one is also good. I like that they both have a lot of darkness, and I'm wondering what could appear. Maybe this new painting is not good. Whatever. A monster being monster illuminated by a flashlight. Where are the monsters? Okay. Let me look at all my previous monsters. I'm gonna redraw one of them. Here. I don't know if this monster will really work in this background. Oh. No, I want a different one. I could take this one. I'm searching for a specific creature that has like this skirt. It has a skirt and it's... Oh, here it is. Okay, maybe I'll use this creature as a base. Like I'll do something similar. Oh, where did it go? Okay, maybe I like that it kind of fits with the lighting. I'm gonna change its shoes, like its feet. And I want it to be black. Black boots, gothic. I don't like. Wait. Maybe. Hmm. Mm, I don't like these boats. I don't like them. I think that it fits more if it's different. And I don't like the color of this skirt. I think that the skirt should be like gray or something. Or like more pale. Like a jellyfish. Oh, maybe. What if the front is legs? Normal leg. I should be sketching this, not trying to draw it. Let me make this leg shorter. I don't know how to draw this. No. Maybe it should have something else instead of legs, like... Spider. If I make these legs realistic enough, they could look good. If they're realistic. They're just not realistic right now. But I like the idea that it's half jellyfish, half... Oh, hi. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I just saw your message. Hi, Shy the Toxic. I don't know why there's no sound, but thank you so much, Shy the Toxic, for the support, for the $5 donation. It means a lot to me. Anton, you're my goat. Can you please look at the Toon Monster? They're my favorites. Oh, I love them. Let's see them. Look. I love Toons. That's like the deck that I was just using normally. Okay, wait. I'm gonna show the screen. So this was an Egyptian god deck, but this is my Toon deck. I don't have a lot of Toons here, but I do. So we have the Toon Red Eyes Black Dragon. Here he is. And he allows you to... So I summon him using this, the Black Stone of Legend. And then when he is summoned, you can special summon any Toon monster from your hand, except Red Eyes. And you can use that to summon the Toon Dark Magician. And the Toon Dark Magician can exchange any Toon card in your hand for anything you want, like special summon or get a card. And of course, this is the strongest Toon Blackluster Soldier. But this deck is more about stealing. Did you hear that we're gonna get 7 new Toon cards? 7. And that they're gonna make the Toon strategy stronger. Oh, by the way, here on this, it used to say dragon, giant, rat, goddess. There was also demon and a beast. There was like 666 in the original. They recently had support for more Toons. Yes. Let me show you one of my favorite fan-made Toons that I don't know who made it though. Someone called Kraus Illustration made a Toon fan-made card, and I think that it has an amazing effect, and I wish it was real. It's based on an old card that Pegasus used against Kaiba. Bikuri box. But this is like a Toon version that someone made. I'm gonna show you now. It's just loading. Okay, here it is. This is a card Kraus Illustration made. It's based on this card that doesn't have an effect. The original card doesn't have an effect, but it's really awesome as a artwork. Look, the art is awesome. I love it. So Pegasus uses this just before, like, this is the card he uses to destroy Kaiba and take his soul. And someone made an effect toon version of this, and I really like the effect. I think that, oh, you have a real copy. Have you seen this effect? Look, this effect makes so much sense. Two toon monsters. While you control Toon World and your opponent controls no toon monsters, yes, we know. Second effect, if a card or effect is activated targeting a toon world you control, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your extra deck, negate that effect. So this is an awesome effect. We should have something like that. It's cool how it just pops up, you know, out of the extra deck. It really fits with everything. Yeah. It also fits with the idea of the monster, which is a jack in the box that, you know, pops up unexpectedly, and it makes sense that this monster would pop up suddenly when you try to destroy Toon World. Like, it makes so much sense, and I wish we had something like that. Like, it, yeah. I really like how also it's cool that it's the original monster is like two clowns together. Like, that's so crazy that you fuse two clowns to create this horrible creature. It's like a bird and a clown at the same time, which is so weird and crazy. Hi 9volt, how are you? I wanna draw monsters, perhaps. Yeah, the clown type aesthetic is very Pegasus. It has a lot of Pegasus. Have you seen the clown cards? Yes, the new clown card. This one. I like the main one, like the big one. I don't like his name. Clan Whiteface. That's a. They really should name it something else. But oh, maybe we could think. How would you name this card? Look, I'm gonna show you the new clown. How would you call it? Like, how would you call it? Because this is not a good name. How would you call it? Let me think of a name. I would call it, I don't like clan. I don't like the word. Juggalo, not bad. Racist clown. Racist clown, it's bad, but it's actually better than the name. Than the real name. But anyway, let's think of a serious name. I mean, it's not supposed to be serious, but like a fitting clown. Maybe illusion or something about Prince Clown. Wait. Prince Clown, Hope Clown. Something tribute. It likes tributes. Tribute Clown. It likes tributes. This monster really likes tribute summoning. So maybe it should be called Tribute Clown, because that's what it likes. Tribute Clown. Or Tribute Jester. Or maybe, yeah, Chaos Clown. Chaos Clown, or Dream Clown. We already have a Dream Clown, but like, what else? Despair, Hope Clown of Dead Dream. Despair Clown. Juggalo. Clown. Bossy Juggalo. Maybe, Pretty Clown. I know it sounds stupid, but because he is a handsome character, perhaps he could be called Pretty Clown. I know it sounds stupid, but it's actually kinda cool. Pretty Clown. Or, something like that. Prince Clown or King or Clown of James. No, that's stupid. I don't like that. Clown Cluster. I think I like Tribute Clown the most because that's what I mean. It's kind of too obvious. Maybe, or if mysterious, it could be like Secret Clown. Ooh, it could be called Secret Clown, like a so that it's more like mysterious. Secret Clown. Well, because I'm using the other clown names as inspiration because we have all the other clowns are called one word then clown. So like we got Dream Clown. Look at all the other clowns. I'm going by the other ones. Look, we have Crass Clown. We have Clown Zombie, Saggy the Dark Clown, Dream Clown, and Mystic Clown. Maybe he could be called something like... Maybe he has a name, some kind of weird Japanese word, like Oni, Oni the Hope Clown. Like if he Oni the Demon Clown. Or something like that. Only the... Or what another name? What's another name that could fit a clown? Jin. Juo. I don't know what that means. Shin. Shinigami. Something like that. Shinigami Clown. Oh, what if he's called Shinigami Clown? Because he's white, and white is kind of like death. Kind of reminds me of death. Shinigami Clown. That means like a god of death. Maybe Shinigami Clown. I feel it could meld well with the future tune support. Yes, and also with Egyptian gods. Being able to free bodies to use with the clown cards. Yeah. Clown Nasi the Clown. Any dark monster get destroyed upon being summoned to the field. Oh no, that's so horrible. Racist Clown. Oh no. Discrimination Clown. Charlie Kirk the Clown. Okay, that's horrible. I'm sorry for saying that. Sorry, it just came to me. I don't want to offend anyone. Okay. Where's my drawing? So I was drawing a monster that could appear in this place. Or I'm gonna draw like another... I'm gonna use another background to draw a different thing. I want to draw a creature that would fit kinda to appear in this in a real place. This is a more of a Silent Hill type monster. Did anyone here see the new Silent Hill movie? It was horrible, don't watch it. But anyway, if you've seen it, you know how horrible it is. It was really bad. So I was thinking the lower half of this monster could be a jellyfish. But I also wanted realistic legs. Maybe I can draw like a tomb creature, since we got a donation related to tomb. Like I can make a tomb, like a clown tomb type creature. Okay, this is one possibility of what could appear here. This is one. I'm gonna save it as a JPEG. Okay, let me look at my other background. My other background is this. I wanna put more darkness. More. I don't like this. I want only darkness in the bottom of the street. I really like dark rabbit. Maybe something with a rabbit. Being able to free bodies, yes. Oh yeah, it was bad, but Silent Hill is an amazing game. Series. Okay. What kind of creature could appear here? Maybe I can look at my other creatures and use one of their bodies. Look, this is I really like this painting. I really liked your Death Tree painting. Look at this. Okay. Rabbit out. Sexy Yugi should appear. No, that's maybe. I want something less sexy. More clown. Maybe sexy, but not like sexy. Like, I don't want it to be a joke. You like the tree? The tree is actually inspired by the game that we're listening to the music from a game called Cry Fear, and there's a part in that game where hands come out of the ground and there is no tree, but that's where I got the idea for the hands coming out of the ground. This is the tree painting, and there's a part in the game where you walk in this like a maze, and there's a lot of hands that come out of the ground, and that's where I was inspired by for the hands. Draw a monster that just all the Family Guy characters molded into one monstrosity. I think I already have something like that, but I could do another version. Maybe I want to do something tomb type. Something with a rabbit. Let's do like, what could appear in the street? Some kind of weird rabbit creature. What if Lois was a rabbit? Maybe mixing some kind of mix between. What if I mix two monsters with Family Guy? No, that's. Oh. No. They're already toons. They are already cartoon-ish. I want a monster that is special. What if Lois but without a face? Or Lois with a different face, like a toon face. Lois with a... Wait. I have an idea. What if she has two eyes? What was her... Oops. Okay. I'm rushing this because this isn't like... This is a... We're trying to get the concept right now. That's why it's so rushed. Because we're trying to get the concept. We're brainstorming. Brainstorm. By the way, today we got the first YouTube donation by Shy the Toxic. It's the first donation I've ever gotten on YouTube. So I'm really happy. Thank you. This looks kind of crappy right now, but it's because it's a concept and it's not done. But there is... Art is a process. Art is a process. Do you make your thumbnails in advance? Yes. I make them in advance. I didn't really... like I didn't make a special thumbnail for this. I mean, I made some thumbnails before and I was thinking to just use them for when I'm playing, not drawing, but I don't feel like playing right now because I just don't feel like playing right now. I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Look, oh, let me show you just... I'm not gonna play, but I'm just gonna show you what the game, like on the surface. Like, I'm just gonna show you one of my saved games. Look at this. Look at this, lost. 1 second. Pegasus is hiding the important part. 47 turns. 47 turns. And I was playing Dark Necrofear and Kuribo and Dark Sanctuary and like Santa Claus. I was playing 47 turns and the enemy was playing what? Confirm. Yeah, they were playing this thing. Plants, and they were recycling their deck all the time. But they were much... You know, this deck looks way stronger than mine. And yet, I almost beat them. But I chose to not beat them because I really wanted to win with Dark Necrofear. So I was purposely misplaying when I could have won. Because I didn't want to kill them with anything other than Dark Necrofear. So I lost, but it was an interesting experiment to like see this card plus Dark Necrofear was insane together. They really help each other. This thing keeps reviving Dark Necrofear, and then Dark Necrofear is like he can take control of other people's monsters, and then he returns. And then you can do it again. So I kept reviving Dark Necrofear like 20 times and stealing monsters, but I lost because I ran out of cards. That's how I lost. If I had like outstanding Dog Marron, I could have won. I just ran out of cards. I had a moment where I could have won with Lava Golem, but I chose to revive Dark Necrofear instead of Lava Golem because I was obsessed to win with Dark Necrofear. which was weird and pointless, but I was playing for experimental purposes more than actual winning. Yeah. I was playing for experimental. Rabbit out of a hat. Magician style. Okay. That's actually not bad. That would be a card. Magical hat. That sounds like something Yugi would use though. Yugi is like, he's like the... It's interesting that Yugi also uses like dark magic. Even though he's a good character. I think it's because he has the Pharaoh. I think the Pharaoh has like a piece of Zork inside him. I think the Pharaoh, like, you know, Atem, when he sealed Zork in the Millennium items, you know, when in the past, I think that he kind of mixed his own soul with Zork a little bit. Or there's some kind of darkness that's inside Evo or something. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I think that's... There's a piece of Zork inside. Lois the Tomb. Wait. Lois the Dark Tomb. Pink. Looks bad, but it... Give her earring. She has an earring. And... her hair. If Pegasus saw Family Guy. Wait, this is like if Pegasus watched Family Guy and decided to make Toon Monsters from it or something. And also like Silent Hill. That's me. I'm coloring too much. I should be like sketching, not trying to make a thing right now. Portrait, I'm doing a portrait. I don't know what kind of body she should have, like a body of a bunny. Like a bunny with boobs. Her breasts are a bit big. A bit too big. Let's make What if she has like a bunny body? She's like half bunny, half herself. She's half a bunny, half a human. Well, what if she's a fish, like a mermaid? Maybe she's a fish. Toon lowest mermaid. I don't like her hands. What could she do with her hands? Maybe she could be holding a bat, a baseball bat. Or some kind of, like a hammer. Some kind of toon weapon. Some kind of giant thing, like a giant... Let me draw it on another layer. Oh, what if... I think maybe she could use both hands to hold like a giant hammer. Boobs. I'm not like the best. When I'm trying to draw a concept, I'm not concentrating on realism or like making it look. I'm like I'm thinking of other ideas while drawing at the same time, because I feel like this isn't a really good idea, and I'm hoping that maybe another idea could come out of my process. When I draw something, sometimes other ideas appear and they help me. Like I think of better things while sketching, like while doing concepts. A hammer is a very toon weapon. Hammers are like a toon type, not the hamster. The hammer. The hamster, not the hamster. Let's give. She's like mermaid. She's a mermaid. Mermaid Lois Rabbit. Mermaid Lois Rabbit. Her outfit is kind of I didn't draw it well. Oh, okay. Still better than what AI does. Okay. Why am I coloring it? I should be doing sketches. Because toons are known for being very colorful and it feels wrong to not color it. But I should be thinking of concepts right now, not doing like the colors and everything. Look at her. Look at this little Rinko. It's like she's going crazy, like she's losing her mind. Make her earring bigger. I once drew this really weird drawing of a flower. Oh, here, look. This is a very toon type monster. Plus Silent Hill. This was like a Silent Hill type. Based on Dandy's World. You know the flower from Dandy's World? And I made it very... manic. I hate that depression is a bit like when you have the depressive type things, it's hard to be inspired. Oh, this is a good thing. Look at this. Murrow will mix with Lois. Murrow Ambrose from Wizard 101 mixed with Lois. And this is a completely insane drawing. This is like, I am personally proud of this, even though it's disgusting. I think it's creative. You know, I think it's creatively disgusting. Creatively disgusting. This is Eustace from The Courage the Cowardly Dog, by the way. If you're wondering who it is. Okay, yeah, that's great. Oh, look, I have the toon Dark Rabbit here. I have the toon Dark Rabbit here. Oh, look at this. This is not AI. Anton drew it with his hand. All these things are not real. This is when someone said, how are you drawing? This is AI. This is not real. Like, you're not actually drawing. They were telling me, like, on my stream, you're not actually drawing. This is AI. And I was like, how am I doing this then? And I was like showing them. How am I doing this then? Oh, look at this. This is me if I was a toon. YuGiOh! And this is the Powerpuff Girls as Wizard 101 characters. I'm personally really proud of this. Like Muriel strangling herself. I don't know what this was supposed to be, but I kind of like it. Like random, like weird things. Look, what was I even doing here? I was trying to mix Lois and Peter together. Oh, look, I did another one. I've been doing so many experiments. I really like this clown with Relinquished. I really like how I made his hair. I like that his hair is like going up and down. I'm really trying to do this thing where I try to purposely make it asymmetrical. Like, I try to make the drawing not symmetrical on purpose, or like badly drawn on purpose. Sometimes when things are drawn like badly, they have a they have some kind of charm that makes them feel more special to me and to people now, because everyone thinks everything is AI. So if you draw more like in a imperfect, ugly way, it's more you, like it feels more personal. But there needs to be a balance, of course, of like you can't, you have to still try to make it look good somehow. Maybe if I make this super realistic, imagine if you saw this on the street. If I make this super realistic as a painting, as if it's like shown by like a flashlight, like there's a light, you're seeing this in the darkness and there's a light, like a light, like it's illuminated by a flashlight. Soft light. Where's the soft light? Ah, yes. Like you're seeing it with a flashlight. She is bonita. Okay. Maybe we can make a different character now, or a different creature. I wonder like what kind of background would fit a weird creature. That's one thing. Like how can I connect so that the background makes sense with the creature? That it feels real. I know right now it's not real, but like I want to make something that is surreal and a creature, a painting of a creature with a background, and combine both so that it's fitting, so that the creature doesn't look out of place. It looks, yet it's still crazy and weird at the same time. Well, of course, if it looks realistic, if I were to actually paint this, there would be lighting and she would be, the colors would be darker and there would be shadows, so it would feel more real than this, of course, because this is a concept. But I also want the creature to be like shockingly weird. Let's give it a shadow. Blur. It has a look, now that it has a shadow, it made it like a little bit better. Like it feels a bit more real, even though it's not, even though it's obviously so rough and badly drawn, the shadow adds a lot. Now she's like the Joker. She's like the Joker. I wanna wait. I wanna give her a tongue. Wait, I have an idea. What if, no. Oh, what if her tongue turns into Peter Griffin? I don't know if I like that. It looks like she's blowing bubble gum or something. I think I like it without that, even though it's a nice experiment. But I kind of like it without that. Like just like this, and I'll do something else. Wait, not as a PNG. I'm gonna save it as a JPEG because this is not like it's not worth keeping it in a high quality. It's not worth keeping it in a high quality. Look at without the shadow. It's so weird. Without the shadow, without the character. Without the character. Dark City. What kind of other background would a creature appear in? Maybe I can look at my other photos. I have other photos where I've taken of the street. Of like streets. Photos. I have these two of their screenshots. Insert a photo, insert a file. Why did I download them? Like I should have downloaded them in a different way, whatever. I like the darkness of this photo. Distort. Maybe I'm not. Sometimes I feel like maybe I'm too negative. Like I was thinking, I'm just. I dream of being a good monster creator, but I feel like I'm not good at that. I'm good at creating strange things, like strange, interesting paintings, but I don't know if I can be a good monster creator, like a seriously good one. I wish I could make something that's truly scary and original and unique and creepy. But it takes so much time and so much energy, and sometimes I feel like I've been trying for so long that a lot of people don't really value monsters as much as I do, or like they don't see things the way I do. But I like the idea of using a photo as a background, so I can add the creature on top of it, and then I'm gonna, if I were to make it into a painting, I will paint the background and the creature if I decide that it's a truly, if it's worth wasting my paint for that. It's like some kind of headless creature. Maybe if it's a snail. some kind of snail. A lot of people see like all the drawings and paintings I've done, and they think because I have so many, they think that that means that it's fast, that it's easy and fast, but it's not. It's not fast. A snail with human torso shell like Uzumaki, like by Junji Ito. Yeah. I was thinking like a slug monster. Maybe I should do collages more. It could be going on the lamp. Like, it could be sticking on the lamp. And this torso doesn't have to be headless, it could be something else, like some kind of other head. Like some kind of gumshoe. I like the some kind of weirdly faceless, deformed kind of. It looks like a penis, but I don't want it to look like a penis. I want it to be mysterious and hard to understand, like what it is. Intriguingly weird. Maybe a clown. Maybe a clown. What if it has a clown head? Or like a smile? Or a mask? Maybe a white mask. Здрасти. Не, май. Правил стрим, ще го спра след малко. I'm wondering what kind of head would be interesting. Jellyfish. Um, some kind of weirdly looking rabbit. Of rabbit that has some kind of facial problem. Disfigured rabbit. But it still has to have some kind of beauty and innocence, despite its monstrous appearance. Looks like it has a beard. But I don't like that. Want it to look like it's melting. Melting and deformed. Slime? Maybe it's a slime snail rabbit. Slime snail rabbit. Maybe that's a good idea. It's like a slimy snail rabbit creature. Some kind of mix between these things. Between slime, snail, and rabbit. And the slime is, and the snail and all these things, they represent despair and slowness. The slowness of having depression when you don't have energy to do a lot of things and you feel like you're slow like a snail, like a slug. You feel like a slug. And that could be the meaning, the metaphor of this monster. But also the rabbit could be a symbol that there is a little bit of hope left, but it's melting. Like, you know there's something good left in the world, in you, and yet it's not enough, but it gives you the strength to move, but you're moving very slowly because the world is very, very unforgiving and lonely and scary. And you don't know if it's worth doing, like putting effort, if it's worth even thinking too much anymore. But I like the idea of melting, of a bunny melt, like a melting creature. me give it a shadow. Maybe small. What if it's smaller? I wanted it to be smaller, but it keeps expanding by itself. Uh, okay. Did I forgot if I sent the pictures to myself? I like this creature. This could also be a place where a creature appears. I need to think of elements that I find interesting for a creature. Like what kind of element, like an object or an animal, would I wanna have? I keep thinking in these vague terms. Like I wanna make a creature that doesn't look like anything, because I feel like I want to describe a feeling that doesn't really have a specific way of looking. It's more abstract and it's very metaphorical and hard to describe, because I wish I could make a monster that describes the the despair of, like, the unimaginable despair. That's a bit hard to do because it's like it's unimaginable, so that's why it's so hard to draw, because it doesn't look like something specific. But sometimes I think of aspects of the feeling that can be used as a metaphor, like the snail. The snail or the slug is a metaphor for feeling like you're slow, like you are tired and slow. So that kind of makes sense. It has like a metaphor connection with the feeling. It's interesting to draw on photos. I haven't done that before. Like, I haven't true like seriously done it before. Before I just draw the monster without drawing on a photo. But I feel like drawing on a photo can sometimes help now that I'm doing it. I wasn't doing it before, but I don't feel very inspired, and I feel like I think I need to end the stream soon, unfortunately. But it was nice. I'm gonna be posting this. I need to make a video of how I'm holding the painting and think of title for this painting. I don't know what to call it or like what to say about it. I need to think of something, and I need to record a video of me holding this painting. Sometimes if you draw random shapes, eventually that can help you think of an idea. Like if you do abstract art, scribbling, drawing something, even without a specific idea, that can help you think of an idea. But you also have to be patient and accept that maybe an idea might not come. And don't feel frustrated. Sometimes, often, I feel frustrated because I want to think of a really good idea and I'm annoyed because I keep judging my ideas. I keep telling myself they're not good enough. I need a better idea. And then I think, why am I putting so much effort into this? I've done so many like paintings and artworks and I'm not super successful from that. I mean, there has been success, but I'm not truly like a big, I don't live from this. And I often get a lot of negative thoughts and I have to see through them or try to focus on other things or try to fight with them, but it's not good to fight. You have to accept them. It's really bad to suppress your emotions or your negative thoughts because they won't disappear if you just tell yourself they're not real or that you shouldn't be having them, or if you feel guilty for having them, that's not gonna make them go away. That's only gonna make them worse. So it's better to try to make peace with them somehow, like finding the silver lining or finding some kind of positive way to transform them into something else, or challenge them in a way that is not suppressing them forcefully, like not bottling them up. I can barely feel rage. Like I don't feel rage anymore. Rage was one of the things that inspired me, and now I feel unemotionless. It's like a little bit of fear and despair, and it's not inspiring. But I also feel good that I tell myself at least I'm still alive and I'm still doing things, even if I have a lot of problems and I have a lot of negative thoughts. There's good sides, like there's I wish I could. I really wanted to make an event where people would gather to draw monsters together, but everyone in my country was, in my city, like, was against this, and they didn't like the idea of drawing monsters. No one really likes, people don't really like monsters here in Bulgaria. And I think that their monsters don't have to be completely negative, or like, it's not about focusing on bad things, but about transforming them into something else and making sense of them in like an art way. So it's not supposed to be a bad thing. But they think that if you draw monsters, you're just negative and you're focusing too much on the bad side of life or whatever. You're thinking too much about scary things, and you should not talk about those things, or even like mention them or think about them. Like they're all about, most people are about like suppressing your emotions and never talking or mentioning anything that is scary or bad in a way that like expressing it. Most people are against that here. They're all about just focusing on the good side, but to the point where they're afraid of art sometimes, or they think that if you draw scary things, that means you're a crazy bad person who only thinks about bad things, and you're but I think it can be healthy to deal with bad emotions through art, because they will always exist. The bad emotions, you can't run away from them. But if you don't deal with them in a positive, in a way that doesn't hurt others and it creates something interesting, they will they will become even worse and they'll make you sick. And that's why I think it's important. Добре, чакай. След 5 минути. I often feel a lot of shame and guilt about everything. I feel guilty and afraid that I'm so obsessed with that I have anxiety. I feel guilt and fear from having guilt and fear. I know it sounds stupid and weird, because everyone's like, you shouldn't complain, you know, you shouldn't talk so much, or most people, there's good people, like I'm sometimes we have a negativity bias, but there's a lot of people that always say you should never, like, you shouldn't talk, you shouldn't complain, you just make things worse by complaining all the time, or you're annoying by complaining. They don't want to deal with that. Like, they think that you're expecting something out of them when you complain, or that they've been told by their own, like, parents or close ones to not complain, so now they repeat the same thing to others because that's what they have been like told, even though it's not good. And it makes the bad stuff even worse when you can't talk about them or know that you can't be understood by most people or almost anyone. Hope there's a new event in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like an event in Master Duel where you can play with decks that are more classic again. Because the previous one was so fun. And now when I'm trying to play ranked, it's just like you can't have a long game. It's always like a game that ends in 2 turns. You either kill the enemy or they surrender, or you surrender because you can't, because you die, because you know you're gonna die. And it's like 2 turns. But the previous games, like in the events, some of them were so fun and strategic and long. Complex. Was interesting. Okay. Thank you for being here. I'm ending the stream. Thank you so much, Shy the Toxic, for your donation of $5. And thank you, 9Volt, for being here, and RBRT for chatting with me, and everyone else. I'll have another stream, I don't know when. Maybe tomorrow. And I don't know. If anyone has any game suggestions, feel free to send them on Discord. I would love to try a new game or anything. Like if you have deck ideas for Yu-Gi-Oh or something interesting to share, this is the Discord link. If you wanna join it. Thank you for being here. Goodbye. Okay, goodbye.